Hi, Sarah Mack here, and I'm a writer and mindset coach who supports creative entrepreneurs to transition to your dream life and business. And today I want to share a little insight inside my own process of transformation. Because if you're like me and any of the many other people that I've been talking to lately, and I've been feeling the pressure of a big transformation, um, I want to just share a few things to inspire you and to assist you to make that transformation as smooth and as easeful as possible. So, when you embark on a transformational challenge, you will come up against your limitations and your fears and your conditioning very quickly. And that's something that I've definitely experienced as somebody who has, who is always stepping into a next level of freedom in my own life. And why I started out on this journey as a creative entrepreneur in the first place was really, to be honest with you, so I could take naps whenever I wanted, because I was in a massive burnout and I knew I had to start doing things differently. But, obviously, it was so that I could be the boss of my own time, so that I could have that freedom and flexibility to really say yes to the things, to the projects, to the people, to the opportunities, and to the places that most inspired me in every single moment. And, whether that's from performances to writing collaborations, workshops, clients, and in any country that I wanted to be in. And now I've really got to that place. Like, I get to say yes to whatever inspires me, to whatever projects and opportunities, either I create because I have the bandwidth and the flexibility to be able to do that, but also that, wash up on my doorstep. And it's just it really has brought me the creative freedom that I always craved to create. So I now have the power to rearrange my schedule to allow for whatever it is that becomes my priority from moment to moment. Another reason I started out on this was to really obviously be able to serve my community and the creative people that I know and love, who I know will, to really create more freedom, more impact, and allow their message to create ripple effects in the world and to create the impact that I know it makes when it reaches more people, when you get the freedom to fully express yourself without the limitations that other people have put on your life. So, as a multi-passionate creative, one of the biggest challenges that I've come up against in having this freedom and having been able to design my own schedule is the challenge of doing nothing. And, this has come as a mixture of being a really passionate person and having many things that I'm passionate about, while also healing my self-worthiness and breaking the pattern of proving my worth through accomplishment, which, is just a societal thing that's present for everybody. And so the thing that comes up for me time and time again, and this is really the way that you find all of the answers as to what you should schedule, what you should say yes to, when is the time to be, inactive and out and about and taking action and being in creation, and when is the time to be in, more modes of receptivity and rest and space and, the void, to allow that inspiration and those sprouts to start to sprout, is listening to your body. And the busier we are, the more packed our schedule is, the quieter that line of information becomes. And, your body will always bring you the symptoms when it's ready for something different than what you might currently be focused on. So, my journey, throughout my years of burnout, before I recovered, I experienced things like really severe depression, like chronic fatigue, like pain and brain fog. And even though I would consider myself fully recovered from those symptoms now, now I'm very sensitive to when something will start to show up. Obviously I still have moments of emotional purging and, experiencing like the full range of being a human. Sometimes I experience physical pain, sometimes I experience emotional pain, but now I know to pay attention and to listen, because underneath every symptom is a story. And the lesson is always to trust in yourself, to trust in the world around you, to trust in your desires, to trust in your intuition and in your abilities. And to trust in your process as well, and to know that you have the answers. Like, your body is your number one most powerful scheduling organizer. Like, it knows when it's the right time for what. And, you know, a lot of that goes against that need to be able to plan everything, to be able to control everything, to feel like, you know, we've like got a handle on how everything is going to go down today and every day forward. But the truth is that we don't. And, you know, sometimes the message that we hear that taking action is always the answer, I'm actually going to say that's not always true, because I am a massive action taker. That is definitely my comfort zone, is being in action. And my being outside of my comfort zone has very much been, you know, creating that space to really just be and to do nothing, to be in that receptive state, to allow that, you know, that creativity to come through. And, you know, I meditate every day. I have very many practices and tools that support me to be able to create that space. And I would argue that taking time out to listen is actually always the most powerful strategy. And of course, you know, taking action on the insights is, you know, absolutely necessary in order to bring those, you know, those ideas and that inspiration through to a result. But this is a reminder that a lot of the time that we don't listen to that is because our truth is often very inconvenient. And sometimes, you know, we get stuck in that paradigm of needing to be taking action all the time, which is very much a strong message that we hear day in, day out, that we're really conditioned to. And sometimes, you know, it can feel like all parts of us are resisting when actually what it is that we're resisting is listening to our truth, and our body always has access to that. So I just wanted to share that with you as a, you know, just a reminder. If you're feeling sticky, if you're feeling icky, if you're experiencing some symptoms, or you're maybe in resistance, or you're feeling a lack of clarity, perhaps, that you always have the answers and you always know what the answer is. Sometimes it's just really inconvenient and you've decided to not listen to it by staying in action. And we have these incredible built-in forgetters to really be leaning in to those things that we find difficult, that we've been resisting. And actually, it's always those things that, you know, kind of like iron out the wheel, like the kink in the wheel, that allow life to start rolling along a lot more smoothly. And it's always through leaning into that discomfort, and it's always through listening. And especially when we're experiencing discomfort in the body, to leaning into that and really tapping into that trust and that wisdom that we always have access to. So if you're feeling the stickiness of transformation and you're really ready to get to that next level of more creative freedom, you know, financially, emotionally, energetically, and creatively, I do have 2 spots open in my one-on-one mentorship. And if this is resonating with you, send me a message and we can explore if it's a good fit for us to work together. So please leave an emoji below if this has been resonating with you. Share your story, share whatever it is that's been coming up for you. And thank you so much for watching. Bye.